Good to get a win. It was a hard fought, hard to win in the Big 12, hard to win on the road, hard to win on the road against a top 25 team. Proud of these guys for hanging in there and not listening to all the negativity and all the stuff. I thought they did an incredible job of just keeping their head down and, not paying attention to all the junk that was out there. And, man, just really proud of them, proud of the guys. And they showed a fight. We had to overcome a ton of adversity, 4 turnovers. We had almost 300 yards in the first half and only 14 points to show for it. Normally when you do that, make those kind of mistakes and you lose the game. And to our guys' credit, they just strained so hard and played so hard. They weren't going to let it happen. So just really proud of them, and it says a lot about who they are. Just couldn't be more proud of a football team and an organization and coaches and everybody, because that was a tough, hard-fought win, and we got it done.
One of the biggest plays of the game, Coach, was Jordan's punt return. Can you talk about that play?
Yeah. We haven't gotten him loose at all this year, and the punter had been hanging the ball up, and he hit that line drive punt. And Jordan was able to get it back on him quick. As soon as it came off his foot, I thought, okay, here we go. We got a shot. And he made a great play, really good blocking. I thought he was going to get in the end zone. I was hoping he was going to, but got us down there, and then Nate kicked a big field goal. And again, credit Nate for making that field goal, which was obviously the game winner. It's huge for us, and proud of those guys, man. It was good for us to make plays on special teams to help us win. Like I said, really proud of the guys.
How nice was it to see the defense bounce?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was great. Look, we're trying to decide what to do right there at the end of the game. You got a 4th and 1.5 probably. And if you can put the game away right there, obviously, you get a first down, you take a knee, game's over. Kick a field goal, it's not a bad thing. You go up by a field goal, or up by 6, still touchdown beat you. Really the book says go for it, and we did, and wish we would have gotten it, but it made it a lot easier. Then you got to give our defense credit. We let the quarterback get out. They hit us on a seam route, and then the quarterback got out, and then our guys bowed up and got a stop when we needed to. And Vernon Glover, I think, pressured the kicker off the edge. I think he was really, really close. I think that probably had an impact on the kicker, quite frankly. And again, you got to give Vernon credit. Made a big play and fortunate to get the win. I assumed the guy was going to make it, and we were talking about what we were going to do. We got the ball back with about 40 seconds after they kicked off, and we're putting together a script to, drive down the field and kick a game-winning field goal. But fortunately, we pressured them a little bit and missed it.
A really good start from the offense tonight.
Yeah.
Just talk about what
Yeah, we wanted to take the ball first. We felt like we'd been really slow to start, so that was an emphasis for us to take the first possession down the field and go score. And I thought we had a great game plan. I thought we really executed it well. Josh was very comfortable. Offensive line really protected well, really all night. They got us a couple times when they zero blitzed us, but I thought the O-line played extraordinarily well. We're banged up. We got guys playing out of position. A lot of guts with that offensive line group tonight. The same thing with our defensive front. I mean, those guys showed a lot of guts. When you play Houston, you got to run the ball and you got to stop the run, and we did that. Really proud of our guys. Great effort, and proud of them.
Coach, just looking at the score, it looks closer than what it was. You guys had a couple touchdowns called back. Can you talk about those plays that got called back? Did you agree with some of those calls?
It's probably better for me not to say, honestly. The one with Chase where he cut was awfully close.
That's one I was.
Yeah, we threw a touchdown to Jordan. I don't know, that was close. The holding penalty, too, on the screen was close. Sometimes you get the calls and sometimes you don't. We didn't get those two, but we found a way to overcome it. Found a way to overcome that. Found a way to overcome 4 turnovers. Hard to win when you do that, but the only way you can do it is play hard and believe, and our guys did that.
What can you say about the performance of both Jeremy and Johnson?
Ran hard, man. They ran hard. Again, the offensive line blocked well, and those guys ran the ball hard, and it was physical. And they had to do it, and really proud of them for doing it. They're not the biggest guys in the world, but they both ran a lot bigger than they are. Running the football was going to be critical tonight. We knew it was going to be. We had the long drive, ate most of the fourth quarter up on that long drive down there. Would have loved to finish the game off with that 4th and 1, like I said earlier. But proud of our defense for responding and getting a stop.
When you think about this win, too, as far as Houston being a really good recruiting area
Yeah.
for TCU, do wins like this play into that at all?
I don't know. I mean, recruiting now is not really about anything but money, if you want to know the truth. And so, I think it'll help. Certainly won't hurt, but money is going to make a difference.
Coach, when you look at this game, this is a top 25 win.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since y'all got that, but how important is that? Not only to end the 2-game skid, but to get a top 25 team over good.
Yeah,
team.
yeah. It's good. It's hard to win on the road in the Big 12. We lost to Kansas State and Iowa State. They were both, I think one of them was 11 preseason, one of them was 15 preseason. I mean, those were teams that were supposed to be good teams and are good teams, and it's hard to win on the road, man. It's hard. Same thing. I think Arizona State actually was 11. I take that back. But I know Kansas State and Iowa State were both ranked in the top 25 preseason. And there's just a lot of parity in our league. There's good football. It's hard to win, particularly hard to win on the road. It's hard to win against good teams. So we did what we had to do to win tonight. A lot of mistakes. Sometimes we were our own worst enemy. The penalties killed us, obviously, in the first half. It was good to see that equal out a little bit in the second half. I think we had 6 penalties to none at halftime. Was thankful that went the other way a little bit in the second half. But we had to overcome a lot.
No, but how big was it to get those type of performances from JC and Julius?
Huge. Yeah, I thought both those guys played incredibly well. And you could tell they were going after us early. We're targeting those young guys, and man, they both made plays. Really, really proud of them. Really proud of them. Can't say enough about how hard they competed, and they fought. They played with confidence. It was awesome to see.
Coach, this was a good game for Manjack.
Yeah.
Against his own team. You just talked about.
Yeah, it was good.
Got him involved.
Yeah, it was good to see him get involved, and we had a ton of success with the screen, obviously, and like I said, got a touchdown call back on it. But yeah, it was good to see him come out and have success. Good to see him get a win. I love Joseph, man. He's a great kid. I know this game meant a lot to him. So just really, really happy for him. It's hard when you go play against your teammates in some place where you were, and you certainly want to win and certainly want to play well, and he did both.
With the holiday coming up this week, how do you handle preparing for Cincinnati?
Yeah, just business as usual. I think we'll get our players a little bit more sleep than normal. Instead of being in the building at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., they'll probably be able to come in at 6:30. So a little bit extra sleep, going into the game. And another good football team. I don't know how Cincinnati did, but another top 25 football team is my guess that's coming in and to our place next week, and see if we can get to win number 8. Okay, thank you guys.
Questions for the players? Jeremy, how much does it mean to you not only get your first 100-yard game, but you got it to win, 30 yards, 30 miles away from your hometown?
Man, it feels amazing, man. Just coming out there, having all my family out watching me. It was great. It was great to put on a show for them.
Jordan, your return was a huge difference in this game. I think that was your first big one of the year. Just talk about that play and how much hype it gave guys on offense.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he kind of kicked the line drive. It got to me quick, so, had an opportunity to return. And the whole punt return unit, they did an amazing job blocking it up, and I kind of just hit it and ran with it and tried to give the team a good spark.
Both of you guys, there have been some challenges in the first quarter offensively this season. Tonight you got off to a really fast start. What do you think led to that?
Led to that is O-line, man. They played their butts off today, man. The word of the day was strain. They strained, man. Every drive they strained. So
Yeah,
thanks to the O-line.
That O-line really did their thing, and then also, we've just been preaching that we got to start fast. I mean, that's obviously been a spot that we've struggled, so we've been really working on that in practice and preaching that, so that's a big thing for us.
Jordan, how in the world did you catch that first touchdown?
Josh gave me a chance, and, the DB had never turned his head, so, they don't turn his head. I know I had a shot at it, went up. I pride myself on making those plays, so.
Amazing catch.
Sonny said you guys did a great job of blocking out some of the noise from during the movement streak. I guess what were those conversations like in the locker room as y'all kind of just came
Like, repeat that.
Sonny said you guys did a good job of blocking out some of the negativity from the last couple of weeks. I'm curious, like, what were those conversations like between you guys in the locker room, just trying to stay together?
Oh, it's just we all family, and like like bad things happen. Like it's football. Like all you gotta do is keep your head down and keep going to the next play.
Yeah, I mean we're a really tight group, and we've lost some tough games, but overall, I mean we know what we have in the room, and we know what kind of team we can be when we strain and compete at a high level and make the plays that we are supposed to make. So I mean we always stay together through the ups and downs.
This could be for both of you guys. I know Josh kind of struggled early on, a couple picks, but what do you guys? I know he's always leading you guys, but what do you guys say to him to make sure his confidence isn't rattled and he stays in the game and plays well?
I mean, Josh, he's a grown man. Like we go up there, we tell him next play. Like everybody, people throw picks. That's just the way that the game is. So like, just tell him keep on. Keep eyes looking, and we gonna protect you.
Yeah, he knows we all got his back, and he's an amazing quarterback. Every quarterback's gonna throw a pick here or there, so we got his back. And I mean, he's a confident guy, so I mean, he knows that it's next play mentality. So we all rally behind him.
Anything else for you guys? For these two?
Thank you.
Josh, it's been a challenge at times this year for the offense to get off to a fast start. 14 points in the first quarter tonight. What went right for you guys early on?
Oh, it was a great start. I felt good. I mean, guys were getting open, playing fast. Offensive line was executing, doing a great job up front on our run schemes, and then just finding the open guys. Operating on the offense and not kind of hurting ourselves. And then we had two big plays to end those drives. Eric, and then JD in the back of the end zone was unbelievable catch. So it was a great start for the day.
Nate, how has this season been for you? You're kind of thrust into the lineup. I know you got off to a slow start, but now you just get the game on the field against the top 25 team.
Yeah, I mean, it's all just trust. It's trusting God. It's trusting your teammates. I got a great snapper. I got a great holder. And obviously, it's a little bit hard getting thrown into the role like that. But I've trusted myself. I've trusted this team throughout the whole year. And I'm glad it's kind of really starting to snowball effect. So it's been nice.
Nate, what was that feeling like when you were trotting out there to kick the field goal, knowing that you had a chance to put the team in the lead?
Oh, just relaxed. Just totally relaxed, trusting my guys. Feels really good after the fact, making the field goal. But beforehand, just trusting myself, saying the same things over and over to myself. Just jab 1 and 2 all the way through, and God will do the rest.
Josh, you had a big run game behind you tonight. The run game was clicking. Can you just talk about how well the guys were running, Jeremy and John, and just helping you out on running the football?
Yeah, those guys did a great job. I thought all night. I mean, it starts obviously with the offensive line. Those guys can't do much, but those guys aren't playing well. And our offensive line, we tempoed, and those guys were getting up there, getting set, and then just blowing them off the ball, creating holes. And then, like you said, those two guys were doing something with it after the fact. So, so proud of Jeremy, John, all the guys that got in there tonight. I thought John, what he did on the last drive was huge. I mean, he's a true freshman, and the fact that the coaches have the confidence to put him in that situation just shows you what kind of player he is, shows you what kind of guy he is, and I'm so proud of him, proud of Jeremy, all the backs.
Eric went over 1,000 yards today. He's
Nice.
batting on like 56 catches. I guess. What can you just say on just the season he's had up, bro?
Man, Eric is he's something else. He's going to be such a tool for somebody at the next level. He's so good down the field. He has such great feel, and then he just finds a way to make catches and get in the end zone and make people miss. And just an unbelievable guy to work with. Positive, shows up to work, and continues to have my back through the good times, the bad times. Just keeps on working. So can't say enough about him as a teammate, as a player, and I'm excited to watch him beyond TCU.
You spread the ball around really well today, but Joseph had 9 catches against his old team. Can you just talk about the performance he had and how good that screenplay was kind of working for you
Yeah, how many
guys?
yards did he have? 95. And he had a touchdown called back, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and big, those screens were huge. I mean, they couldn't stop him. And then when you get Manjack in those situations, he's so hard to bring down. He's so strong. You got guys running, trying to avoid linemen and trying to get arm tackles, and he breaks those tackles. And just a phenomenal player, great person, never complains, just keeps on practicing, keeps on playing. Great blocker and a great teammate. So you can't ask for much more than that. And I'm just so proud of him and the way he played tonight. I know it's not easy going against your old school and probably some weird feelings there. And he came out and did his job and just was a competitor tonight. So I'm proud of him.
One more, Jamie.
Josh, your offensive line has been through a lot of adversity, a lot of injuries this season. What is your message been to those guys amidst all the shuffling that they've?
Man, they've responded so well. I mean, there's been guys every week playing new positions, and Bruno went to tackle last week, and now Remy was playing tonight. Cade was down, and Powers is in now, and Ben's obviously been there, but he switched week 5. So, like you said, there's a lot of shuffling going on, and I'm so proud of the way those guys continue to work, continue to fight. And I thought they did an unbelievable job tonight. And Houston, they do a lot of challenging stuff. With pressures and sim pressures, and they had some cover zero that got us tonight, which was my fault. Should have hit the shallow route, and we'll learn from that. But I thought our offensive line has done an amazing job, and so proud to play behind those guys, and so thankful for what they do. It's a tough job.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Thank y'all.
Caleb, how proud are you of the defense for the way you guys bounced back tonight?
Man, we played, really good tonight. I feel like just the way we prepare every week, week in and week out. We strain in practice, and we know if you do it in practice, it's going to show up in the game. So I'm super proud of those guys. And, just as a unit, how we did overall, and, just on to the next.
You guys did a pretty good job defending the rush, a couple scrambles here and there, but overall it held them in check. Can you just talk about having an emphasis on stopping the run tonight?
Yeah, we knew they were a big I'm trying to see their rushing. We knew they were a big rushing offense. They love to run the ball. So that was our whole kind of emphasis, was just stopping the run, and the rest will kind of take care of itself. And I feel like they had a couple big runs. If we eliminate those, maybe we hold them to 7 points. I had a missed tackle that was a touchdown. So maybe if those don't happen, it's even lower. But I'm just proud I'm just happy we got out with that dub, and super proud of everybody. Sure.
Tackles this year. I know that you kind of bided your time last season, but how good does it feel to be having the kind of year you're having personally?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really even been paying attention to the season I've been having. I've been just trying to stay in the present moment, not focus on the statistics too much, and just taking one play at a time, do my job, strain every play, and I know the rest will take care of itself. So, I know what the stats are and I know what the numbers are, but at the same time, I'm just trying to focus on getting wins.
You guys are playing without Bud today. What can you say about the way JT is really kind of stepping up for him?
Man, they balled out. Those are 2 young guys with not a lot of game experience, so they really stepped up. Bud's one of the best safeties in the country, and I feel like they really took a big step up and did a really good job with him out today.
Thanks, Caleb.
Sir, thank you.
Those are my questions.